Hello everyone and welcome to Against the Storm, a city builder that is coming out today on Steam, and one that I definitely want to show you as this game is really good, promising, and also reminds me of Warcraft quite some time. The idea is you're building up a settlement in the middle of the forest, and you do have threats around you. You do have demands from a certain queen and stuff like that. And you need to fulfill the demands. You need to fight monsters. You need to build up a big settlement and settlements. And also it feels kind of like a roguelike at sometimes as well, because you just lose so quickly and it's really hard and stressful sometimes. But it's definitely a game you should watch out for, and if you're interested in city builders and survival games in general, then this one might be up your alley. Without further ado, let's get right into the game. The game is already quite massive. I think around 40 hours of gameplay you can find right now, and we're starting of course fresh with the play button, because that's the only option that we have right now. Go.
The world is plagued by the Blightstorm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. The only safe haven is the Smoldering City, where the mysterious Scorched Queen reigns. You are one of her Viceroys, a pioneer sent into the wilds, tasked with establishing new settlements and acquiring valuable resources for the crown. Your goal is to help rebuild the Smoldering City and secure the future of the Queen's subjects.
Alright, and here we are now in a fresh game. There we have our small settlement right now. And neglecting your village will increase the Queen's impatience and bring her wrath upon you. There we have the bar for that. Fulfilling your duties will increase the town's reputation, unlock new buildings, and eventually bring you victory. Now pick a new blueprint. And our first building that we do get is the woodcutter. How could it be any different? We have lots of trees around us, so let's go ahead and build some woodcutters, shall we? It will allow us also to explore the forest. There you go, and this starts a new game. And yeah, the first building really is a woodcutter. We will also get the first missions. Then we can see the glades around us already, right? So we do need to kind of like chop us to these smaller islands that we have in the middle of nowhere. So let's start here with the first woodcutter right here, and we also need to build a second one that I'm going to build right over there as well. We also get our first task then, that is the mission. There you go, our first order. We need to fulfill these orders, and they're getting increasingly more difficult. We also get a reward out of that, the reinforced access, so our woodcutters would be 40% quicker, and we also get 3 beavers. This also brings me to our population. The cute little beavers that we have is just one of them. We also get lizards and humans, and all of them have different strengths and weaknesses. The humans, for example, are very good at farming herbs, for example, and brewing beer. The beavers are very good at chopping down and basically anything that is really crude, also cutting down stone, for example. And the lizards, well, they don't enjoy all of these things. They rather just work on meat production and are also rather cold-blooded in nature and prefer to work in the warm, so in houses, not really outside. The first woodcutters are finished. We can assign now the people. Of course, the beavers would be my first goals here to assign them, because they are pretty good with that. And I'm also going with 1 human. Next thing is we do need to assign where we want to chop down, and of course I'm going to decide that we will chop down towards these glades so we can open them up, because in every glade there is something hidden, right? There is a mystery over there. It might be just some resources, might be an event, might be a monster, we don't know, and it's always quite random. And as we can see, we're now building, or we're now chopping it down, and the resources are being transported then right over. I might use this because right now we just wait for this timber to come in to also start building up a smaller road network, which will allow us to eventually also transport goods more quickly. And with that, we already have the first order complete. I can turn it in. We do get the bonus out of that. Down here we can see them, right? So our first bonus that we really have. And by the way, the most important thing and the ultimate goal of this game is to keep the hearth, the fire, flame. So this always needs to be burning. If it doesn't burn anymore, the game is lost. How can it burn? By providing, for example, wood to it, but also coal down the road, sea marrows and oil. Whatever sea marrows are, no idea really. So that it's important to always chop down trees. Now we do get the next mission right away, exploring the wilds. We do need to find at least 2 glades, and we do need to have 5 beavers working as woodcutters. Probably can have the next one here. and also another one here. And with that we have the 5 beavers now, and they should chop down everything now rather quickly. Just for the look, let's also have a road here going to this woodcutter. Another thing, another reward that we get out of our mission is another crown. And a crown offers us always new buildings. Right now it's a bit linear, but we get more and more options down the road. So shelters is the next building that we can choose. Accommodating any villager. Won't satisfy the need for specific housing though, as all the races have different houses. And 3 people can move in here. So let's have this one, yeah, well, here in the center. And I think we do need to build 3 of them right away. Let's go ahead and have some 3 houses here. We could also go ahead here with another road then. And we also found the first glade. In here, there's some root deposits and some eggs. Nothing really spectacular. As our first houses are also coming up. There you go. People can finally have a roof over their head. And another glade has been found. There's actually something here, some clay deposit and moss broccoli patches. Hooray. And with that, the next mission has been completed. We do get the next mission right away for food supplies, and we also got a crown that we can choose once again, and we're building a forager camp for gathering vegetables, grain and insects. Let's go ahead and get us the forager camp. Over there we get some cabbage, so it might be a good idea to have the forager camp close by. And yeah, the resources need to be within the range of it, right? We definitely need to keep this one working like that. I think this is good, so we can still squeeze another house in here. I'm not going to build a road to the forager camp because we will need to move it. And then I'm also going to have with another one. So we found, yeah, over there, vegetables. So I could build another one, but I only need to build one right now. That's fine. Let's quickly build it. There you go. And let's also assign someone to that right away. And of course it's the humans, as they have a bonus on that. And as we can see, the blue bar is filling up. That's our reputation. So with every order that we fulfill, we do earn some reputation. If this is full, the game is won. If we don't fulfill these orders, the queen's impatience will grow. And if this is full, we lose. Also right now it's a calm weather. The next storm is happening in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And with a storm, well, things are getting a bit, well, nasty. But we'll come to that later. Right now we are still waiting for 5 vegetables to get into my camp. And there we have it, 5 of them, and we can fulfill the next mission. Stonecutter camp would be our next goal here. Let's also have a look at the crown. Stonecutter camp, there you go, for clay and stone, our next resource. Over there we get lots of clay that we can see. So let's just have our stonecutter built right here, and we can then just work on that. Another glade has been found. With that we get some bleeding tooth, mushrooms and some other things, but also a herbalist camp that is a bit damaged right now. So our first smaller event that we have. We do need to provide 6 wood, and we can rebuild it or we can salvage it for pottery and coats. If we rebuild it, however, we can then gather those resources around it, which would be mushrooms and stuff like that. Let's rebuild it, and let's assign some workers to that. 1 human and 1 beaver, and investigate. Also, my stonecutter is finished. This, however, was the beavers, right? Yes, we don't have any beavers really anymore, so we'll need to assign some humans for that, right? For now. We can change them again, of course. Also, we get some newcomers. The first batch of people coming in. Beavers and lizards, or humans and dwarves, or beavers, sorry. And we do get some vegetables, stone and leather. Let's take that. And with that, we can already reassign 1 beaver here to the stonecutter. And they're now chopping down the clay that we're going to need for our next order. Meanwhile, we also work on this building here. And as we can see, in 1 minute, we have completion. And the next order is finished already. Let's click on it. And there we have it, harvest camp, our next order. We also get a crown. Probably once again the building that we need for the next mission. Starting point for harvesters going into the wild for plant fiber and reed. And this will need humans. Let's just find us a location. There we have it. In our starting location, we do also have some reed here and flax fields that we can use. In this glade there is a danger, as we can see. Dangerous glade, so we should not open it up for now. There's definitely a monster in there, or ghosts. I could rather work on the other things. Very good. Harvest camp is finished. Let's assign 2 humans to that. As once again, fiber and reed, that's really the speciality of humans. And it's also storm time now. Right now, difficulty is level 1 only for this stone. And it also has, well, rampaging storms. It's a simple one. And it will reduce the global resolve by 4. I think it's reducing my working efficiency. That's it. Yeah, the resolve is going down. We have the next order finished, the harvest camp. There you go. And building blocks would be my next one. This opens up now the workshop, or the workstation that we need to produce more advanced materials. Crude workstation, and let's also build it, yeah, probably here in the center. And we also get some new cornerstone. So this is also something that happens after, I think, after every storm. And we can decide exploration contract or carpenter's tools. We get a permanent 50% bonus on the crude workstation. Or we do get always a 20 reed and 20 clay for every discovered glade. Also doesn't sound so bad, especially since clay is something that we might run out of. The same goes with reed. I think I'm going with this one here as a carpenter station, 50% quicker. It's okay, I guess. But more resources, that's what I like. And as we can see, our buffs and bonuses are piling up now. We got a giant vegetable perk, so +1 to vegetable production. We also got a +1 to clay production. We got the exploration contract and our original 40% reinforced access. This one is completed. So for gathering the herbs here, we do need, let's have 1 human here for now. Berries, herbs, and mushrooms out of this glade. We now have the next order. The workstation needs to function. And this is an indoor building, right? And who do we need for that? The lizards, of course. As they can work indoor and they're going to be very happy about that. And they will produce then planks out of wood, fabrics out of fiber, and bricks out of clay. We might discover the next glade, which is a pretty big one. There you go. And in this one here, there's a worm-tongue nest, a small encampment, and storm birds. And we can see the encampment here. A destroyed camp in the wilderness. There are still survivors in the area. We can send it to the chapel to get some ember out of that. That might be a currency. Or we also can welcome a beaver and a lizard to our camp. Let's do this. We need to provide 4 vegetables. Let's have 1 human getting over there. Oh, also my workstation is completed. Let's turn in the quest and to get our rewards. Ancient tablets, the last quest for this mission here that we have. We need to find a dangerous glade and we do need to get an ancient tablet out of that. Also, we do get a crown. With that, we get now a choice between buildings. And as we can see, we can also decide on a house specifically for 1 race only. And this will provide then certain bonuses to this race here. Humans, beavers, and lizards. And I think we do have... yeah, we have actually more humans than anything else. So let's pick a human house for now. And we can go ahead, and as we can see, it's looking a bit different. And then we can have them here. It costs me planks and clay, or bricks, sorry. And let's build it here. And I would also like to continue with a path down then here, into this area. Alright, we do need to find a dangerous glade. As it happens that we have one, so I can continue chopping down some trees. However, what I can see is my woodcutter camp is outside of its reach. We can always move these buildings for free, which is amazing. And very quickly so. Let's get us the wood camp over there. And those people will work on it now here, opening up that dangerous glade that we have. Might then also provide another road. So they can get over there quickly. We've also finished the race-specific house. And 2 humans are moving in right away. And as we can see, the resolve is increasing to 19. And lizards are the unhappiest ones right now. Another glade we have unlocked, also one with a small encampment once again, for a lizard and a human. By the way, over here... oh, already joined us. The camp is gone. There's just these very ugly looking worm tongue nests that we have. And over here, yeah, 1 or 2 more trees. And then we will unlock the dangerous glade. And there we have it. A dangerous glade. There's an ancient shrine over there. And as we can see, in 30 seconds or so, there's a Curse of the Forefathers coming out. And we do need to fulfill this event here quickly before more of these forefathers are getting out. So let's assign some of my humans to it and provide the goods they need. The planks, the fabric, and simple tools. We got 35 of that in store, 7 of the fabric, and 4 of the planks. So we do need more planks. And I'm going to deactivate the fabrics and bricks for now so that we can quickly produce more of these planks here. It's being transported over now. However, we will not be able to fulfill this event before that timer runs out. So I think there might be something bad happening now. And that's it. And that's some ancient forefathers or ghosts. Killing my people. Basically one-shotting them. And we lost a lizard, and a human. Need to reassign some people. The next ones are coming out in 5 minutes. So we do have a bit more time now. And I think we will provide all the materials until then. If not, we will lose another 3 people. It was too crowded in my village anyway. Alright, everything is here, and now they can work on it directly. We also get some newcomers. Oh, and also a cornerstone. The next storm is over. We can either get fiber delivery per minute, 15, or 15 eggs per minute. That's a tricky one. Endless food or endless fiber? Let's go with eggs. Also the newcomers, a lizard, 2 lizards and a human, or 1 lizard and 2 human. And I think I'm going with this, as humans can work outside too. Lizards are way too unhappy, way too quickly. And completed. And I think we now get this ancient tablet to my settlement, and then we also can fulfill this order, which I think is the last one. There it is. Let's turn it in. And this was our first mission. It was a rather easy mission, but also a tutorial mission. We have unlocked all these buildings now for the future, and also we level up here, or well, we gain some experience points in level 1, and this would be our reward then, some food stockpiles. And we continue right away with the next mission, because of course we want to continue. The Queen's Envoy is telling us something again. Let's just see what it is. We have the humans with little resolve. Once it's too low or negative, it will impact their impatience. No, it will actually lead them to leaving my town. Keeping resolve exceptionally high will grant passive reputation over time. I think that is the threshold here. And satisfying your villagers' needs with complex food, homes, and services will increase their resolve. So we got shelter, we got housing, we got pies, clothing, and leisure time, for example. And there we have the other ones. Each species has different mix of needs. It's hard to please everyone all of the time. Farmers can plant only on farm fields, and those can only be built on fertile soil. Crops are planted in the first season and harvested during the second, which is the clearance. And build a farm, harvest grain, and serve some ale in a tavern. And with that we have our first missions. As a new map begins for us, once again, we will of course start with the basic things like a woodcutter. We do have some glades down here, lots of them, so let's build us a woodcutter in this area first. Also reputation points we have now, of course, with the thresholds. And we also need to pick a new blueprint. A small farm is our next building. And of course we have all the other buildings available already, right? That we have finished in the last mission. Let's build a farm. So we need to drag it over those fields. It's being built then. And I'm also building my woodcutter. We might also provide some houses then right away. I think, oh yeah, we do have some clay over there. It's a big clay deposit with lots of clay. It is also worth it to have a stone cutter just for this one. And there's our farms. Oh, we also get some new orders. The The first ones, build a farm and a field. The farm we have, or the fields we have. Now I need to build a farm. I see. Right, I will not be able to take the whole farm into the area of this. Only those fields here for now, until we can clear more stuff around it. Also, my stonecutter is finished, so of course my beavers are working on that. Let's have one beaver only. And my woodcutter is finished. Let's also have 2 beavers here. And they're going to start now clearing once again towards these glades that we want to discover. And there's the farm. Can produce vegetables, so this is very good for humans. Grain. And yeah, humans get the specialization bonus. Let's have 2 on them right away. If it's not too much, I hope. Orders are completed already. Very good. The next one, home and hearth. We need to build woodcutter's camp, a second one, a shelter. And we also get a new crown. And there's the shelter. Can accommodate any villager. Well, we already had this. Let's just see where we could have it. There's, by the way, some more fertile area that I would like to keep. Yeah, let's have it here in the center, close to the hearth then. Oh, we do like wood actually. I do need to quickly build me a second woodcutter camp. One is down here in the south, and the other one can be up here in the north then. We can reach both of these glades then. And also some space around the field, so we can have more farms then around it. We can also pick a new cornerstone. Reinforced tools, 50% to amount of goods produced in the small farm, or we get 5 barrels per minute. I don't know what I need barrels for, so this might be a dead end. Or 50% to amount of goods produced in the small farm. Also sounds pretty good. Let's go with the 50%. Even though the barrels might actually be important, but I don't know. The next woodcutter is finished. We don't have any beavers anymore, so I need to assign some humans. Certainly not the lizards. Let's also check it out what they like and what they don't like. They do like skewers. They like to be sheltered. Also some pies. Pickled goods. They like brawling. Fighting against each other in a tavern. And then we can also see we get some grain out of this one here. And also the second woodcutter is building now. And now we can build the shelters. Go ahead and build 2 of them right away. I would definitely like to keep some space here. And let's also build some roads. Roads are very, very important for structuring your village. And also, of course, villagers move more quickly on these roads. Now that we got the first glade. And we find a clay deposit in here and some eggs that we can then use for, I don't know, a building probably that we can harvest it with. Also, the next shelter has been finished and we can fulfill another order. First yield, we now need to make a harvest. A trapper camp and meat in the trapper camp. Let's go ahead. Trapper camp. And that's the building right away for the eggs. Let's go ahead and build us the trapper camp out here by the eggs. Let's not build a road there. I will need to move the woodcutter a bit further over here so we can reach that glade there too. Very good. Finished. And we can find some meat, insects, and eggs with that. And let's use beavers. Let's use 1 beaver and 1 human. Boy, these lizards. They're really not that useful right now. Hopefully I find something for them. A crude workstation. They can work in that. Let's go ahead and build a crude workstation. After all, we do need planks anyway. And we also get the first meat already from the eggs. No, actually eggs is different. Meat is something else. More newcomers. Humans or lizards? Let's go with the humans, please. The workshop, at least we can use now 2 lizards on that. And they finally produce me the planks, the fabric, and the bricks that we need. The next glade will open up to us soon. And also here. I'm also clearing a bit more wood than necessary here to have another building than another farm that we can have around the fields. Another one, lots of fertile area here, and also some meat in the form of these slick shell brood mothers. Let's move the trapper over. That's a lot of meat, and we do need that meat. Right, these eggs are fine, but they're not really useful. And we can also then move the stone cutter, once it's empty over there, to this clay deposit down here, as we found one. Very good. And there's a dangerous grove. The only dangerous grove that I can... Ah, there's another one. Alright. Just to make sure that we are on the right track here. And there's also my first harvest. Full of grain. Can we see this then right away here? So we got the wood. There is also the grain now, right? And with this, we can probably make alcohol. I guess beer. And we got all the meat that we need. Let's fulfill the order. And get us a smokehouse, as is my next goal. And in the smokehouse we can make the jerky, the pottery, and the incense. I think jerky is something the lizards want, right? Isn't it here? There it is, jerky. If we have this, it boosts their resolve. The same goes, like, for example, with biscuits for the beavers. And also jerky for the humans, so they have the same need here. Let's have the smokehouse. It's big. Yeah, probably then right here in the center, as we will not be moving that anymore. By the way, can I move these as well? I think I can move any building except the 2 basic starting buildings. Looks good. Alright, this woodcutter here though we will need to move now. So I'm going to move it a bit further down here because there's 2 more glades that we can open up. This one and this one. And let's also clear all of that wood here to make some building space. Another glade up here. Oh, lots of clay that we found and root deposits. And let's just have the smokehouse now. And here we can definitely use lizards if I only had them. Let's have a human in here. And they will then produce the jerky. So we do need the insects and wood. We do need clay and wood to make pottery. And we do need herbs and wood to make incense. And I think we should have insects, right? Yes, there it is. No, this one only produces leather and meat. Where can I find my insects? The roots don't have it. Might still be coming up then. Oh, I see. We can actually say instead of insects, we can also go with meat as our recipe. So if we enable this one, then meat is being processed together with wood to make jerky. That is very good, as we do have lots of meat. And now my smokehouse can work. And we also have some more newcomers, and a lizard is here as well, together with a copper bar and vegetables. Let's accept. We can have now a lizard working in the smokehouse as well. And he's going to like that. And as we can see, also the resolve is going up for my lizards. Next up, efficient brewing, 50% to amount of goods produced in the brewery, or specialized grain farming technique. Grain production is increased by +1 for every 25 times it's produced. Let's go with the 50% brewing boost that we get out of that. I think also we could have a farm now. Yep, we could have farm number 2 now here to those fields if I like to get a bit more out of it, but I think we don't need that right now. All productions are up and running, I think. The next grove is coming out then soon as well. And I think we just have to wait now a bit for the jerky to be produced. It will also consume some wood, so we need to make sure that we always have wood available then. But we got 91 wood, so that should be fine. Ah yeah, and the lizard is producing right now. The human is working on pottery. Does anyone here need pottery? I think it's just a product for something else. The pickled good, perhaps. And because the lizards are comfortable in their houses, they also get a nice +4 bonus here now to their need, basically, and this makes them happier too. Humans are not that far away anymore from the threshold. And there we have also finished the smokehouse order. Brewing ale, so now it's on the ale making. This is a new recipe. Ale, pickled goods, and pack of crops we can produce with that. And there we have the brewery. Once again, pretty big building here. We could have it... It is a big building. I would love to have it here, or we have it just here. I think here we can also have it for now, even though there is some fertile ground over there, right? So I cannot use it there forever. Let's move that one here a bit more to the center so we reach more things. There you go. This should be better because now we can also reach this area here. And there's the brewery. Once again, an inside building, but I don't have enough lizards right now, so let's just assign the humans to that. Ale we can make out of that. And there's the pottery that we need to produce the ale with grain. And then we have the pickled goods, that is vegetables and pottery, to make the pickled goods out of that. Let's actually have both of these being produced. The pack of crops, I need roots for that. And some of them will need it, I guess. But right now, we can rely on the other two goods. Let's also move the stonecutter over here to start continuing on that clay. One more tree for that grove. And then we got lots of groves over there. Instead of pottery, we can also say barrels. So he can use both of these goods here to produce whatever we need then. Once again, we get some newcomers. A lizard would actually be not so bad right now. Let's go ahead with a lizard, because now we can say instead of one human, let's go for the lizard. Humans are more likely to work outside than lizards. As long as I have workspace available for lizards, I should go for them. And 15 out of 20 ale has been produced, so now we just need to wait for one more order. And as we can also see, we can already feel the increased happiness here because of pickled goods that are in and turkey that is in, and also the pickled goods for my beavers, and this is increasing the general resolve. And actually the lizards reach the threshold pretty soon. I think only a house we should provide. They are not housed right now. Let's provide some more shelters. How could I forget? And over here where the clay deposit used to be, we can definitely squeeze in some 2 more houses as this road leads upwards. We don't have that much space here, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Here I definitely want to keep some space available then for another farm. Next ale is being then finished as well. And now we have the shelter. And as we can see, the lizards have now surpassed the threshold thanks to having enough housing. And this now should provide us then with resolve or reputation. Yep, we get 0.07 per minute. And the order has been fulfilled. So let's continue right away. A place for rest. A tavern we need to build. A place where villagers can fulfill needs, leisure, brawling, and also the Gleeman's Tale as a passive. We do have all the resources. How big is it? Of course, it's pretty big. And we just need to find a suitable location. Usually I would like to build a tavern in the center of a town. Unfortunately, I mean, can I move this one here? I cannot move the smokehouse. Nor can I move the brewery, unfortunately. They're too big, I think, for them to be moved. So I will just have to build it then somewhere here. Can I have a double road? My most important question. Yes, we can have a double road. I love this game already. And there you go. We have a tavern, an indoor building. So once again, something for lizards. Unfortunately, we don't have them. Let's assign 2 humans. And we can provide here now ale for leisure. And we can also provide training gear for brawling. And the Gleeman's Tale. Every evening a Gleeman tells the stories about past glory and times before the Great Civil War. This gives me 3 to global resolve. I think it needs to be fully staffed. Yes. Now this passive is working. And as we can see, the resolve is going up there very steeply right now. Especially the lizards, they're dancing around like crazy. And now we provide leisure to my people. Okay, we do get a warning here. We're low on fuel because wood is running out. I'm going to, because I think we have enough planks, right? Yes, let's stop the work on my workshop for the planks. Stop this one. The consumption is a bit too high right now. The stone cutter is finished. Do we have another clay deposit over here? We also need to choose another cornerstone. Gain 30 meat every time a villager dies. Cannibalism. Or +2 to meat production. Gain additional meat every yield. I think this is, of course, much better, as I'm not intending to lose that many people. And yeah, we can go with 2 more lizards. And I will assign them right away to the tavern. Alright, that was pretty close, I think. We have enough wood again at the half. It should never run out, as we know. And also we have fulfilled that mission. Higher society. I think we already have that. Human resolve needs to be at max or above the threshold. We've also done this right away. And with that, we have finished the next mission. We gain some experience points. Level 2. A new citadel upgrade. Rain collector. Paved roads. Meat specialization. Oh my goodness, that's a lot. And we also get some decorations. So far so good. That's Against the Storm. I hope you enjoyed this one. And then we continue onwards here. Stay tuned.